Hello and welcome, wonderful travel advisors. This is Amanda Rose from Archer Travel, and we are so excited to have Carmen and Amanda with us today from Europe Express. How are y'all doing?
To
Great.
be here.
Well, we're so excited to have you both. And just before you get started, I want to let everyone know if you have questions, we will answer those at the end during Q&A. And this is recorded, so you can watch it back anytime at your leisure in the trainings hub of your Travel Cafe website under Europe Express. So without further ado, let's get started, Carmen.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our recording live and later on to learn a little bit about who Europe Express is, or maybe just get an update and see how we can further support you moving forward. Now, before I go into all the good stuff, I wanted to formally introduce myself for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Carmen Gashnikov. I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships here at Europe Express. So I work very closely with literally every direction, right? Like the BDMs, the Strategic Account Managers, all of the different departments that provide those amazing services. And then, of course, with you guys helping you grow and headquarters to make sure that we are providing you with the best level of service possible. But with me here today, I also have Amanda O'Connell, and I'll go ahead and pass it along to her to introduce herself.
All right. Thanks so much, Carmen. Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. I'm Amanda O'Connell. I am so excited to be working more closely with Archer Travel. I am the new strategic account manager. I might look familiar if you're in the Northeast because I was working as a BDM. I've been in this industry for 12 years now, and I used to be a travel advisor myself. So I think I have some great insight on what you guys are looking for out of your partners. I think 2026 is going to be a huge success for all of us. So, again, thanks for joining us. I'm really excited to be working with you more closely throughout the new year. And hopefully, I'll be seeing you in person soon. Thanks, Carm.
Thank you, Amanda. So yes, that's in a nutshell our little strategic team. But as myself and Amanda mentioned, we also have an amazing team of BDMs throughout all the different territories to provide you guys with an extra layer of support. So we work very closely here at Europe Express, no matter what role, just with the same goal of providing you the best level of service and, of course, helping you grow your business, right? So Europe Express, we're exclusive to travel professionals like you all, right? We're dedicated to providing you with those custom tailored itineraries all throughout Europe, whether it's multi-city, multi-country itineraries, but we're solely dedicated to you all, which means that we depend on your success for us to be successful. So if that tells you anything of, the level of service and support that we want to provide you with, is truly always dedicated to you all. So back to Europe Express. I think the name says it all, but for those of you that didn't get that, we are the experts at Europe, right? So we help you with those multi-city, multi-country itineraries all throughout Europe. We love putting a map here in all of our presentations because it is always kind of like that. Well, do you really do all of Europe? How about Germany? How about Spain? How about Turkey, Greece? So we're like, you know what? I'm a visual person myself also. So I love having the map in here. So if you do question if we do provide it or not, take a look at this map and it will confirm that we do in fact service all of Europe, no matter if it's multi-city, multi-country, all custom FIT. We also specialize in private groups as well as luxury travel through our elevated journeys experiences, which I will go into in a little bit more detail in the next few minutes. And by the way, I want to make sure that we dedicate a little bit of time to answer your questions. So please make sure you submit those now or later, and we'll dedicate a little bit of time to that. But remember that we're always here to support you, so you can reach out to us later on as well. I provided my email in the beginning, and I will share with you at the end as well. So Europe Express, I always like to say that we're that one-stop shop to really be able to help you create that seamless itinerary for your clients and for yourself as well, because we know that it is challenging when you have to work with multiple suppliers to be able to really build that one-stop shop itinerary for your clients. So we can help you with anything from air, hotels, sightseeing, tours, transfers, car rentals, rail, and of course, travel insurance. We know that that's no longer a luxury, it's a necessity because travel is unpredictable. So we can help you with as little or as much as your clients might need. Of course, selfishly, I will always say we want to help you with it all, right? But we understand sometimes your clients have airline points or miles and they want to use those. That's okay. We can go ahead and help with the other services. We don't have a ton of restrictions on how you can piece it out. What I will say is that there are a couple of restrictions when it comes to air and rail. So I do like to point those out. Air cannot be booked on its own. It does require another component. Specifically, it requires a minimum of 3-night hotel. Now, it doesn't have to be consecutive. It can be 1 night on the pre and 2 nights on the post, or vice versa, depending on what your client's needs are. But other than that, no additional requirement there. You can book hotels on their own, sightseeing on their own, transfers. Then rail is the other one that does require another component. Now, it doesn't have to be hotel, any other land component. So a transfer, a tour, sightseeing, that will be enough to meet those requirements. Again, all the other services, you can do it on its own. I'll also cover really briefly the commission structure. So we do pay 5% commission on air, no matter the class, and we do contract with all the major airlines in and out of Europe. And then, of course, those European airlines for those multi-country or multi-city itineraries as well. Then for hotels, sightseeing, tours, transfers, car rentals, we provide you with 14% commission. Now we specialize in all sort of hotels, but we do stick around the 3 to 5-star experiences to make sure that is meeting all of your expectations. And then we do provide you with private shared experiences depending on your client's budget, because we do consider budget to be part of the customization, right? So maybe they want to focus on most of their budget on those amazing experiences being private, and then they really are okay staying in just a clean, comfortable hotel. But then others prefer to stay in the nice bougie boutique or bed and breakfast hotels. I'm kind of giving myself away here because that's my preference. But again, we all have different style of travel, and that's the beauty of working with a partner like Europe Express, that we can really help with any travel styles, right? Because we custom and tailored around your client's needs. And then again, transfers 14% commission, whether it's private, shared, one way, or round trip. And then for rail, we can help with the first class or economy, depending on what your client's needs are. We do provide, I believe, is 12% commission on car rentals. And the only service that we don't provide commission on is rail. Of course, there isn't a ton of profit from rail, as I'm sure a lot of you know, even booking directly with the rail. If you get a check for 50 cents, you're lucky. But we wanted to make sure that we included it in our portfolio because we know that it can be a little intimidating selecting the right options and even finding the inventory. And I'm very proud to say that we have an amazing partnership with Rail Europe that does provide us that ability to that inventory, and our experts at Europe Express, they can help you with really identifying your client's needs and the logistics around which rail they will need. So talking about our experts, I'm going to go ahead and highlight a couple of those services that we provide. Like I mentioned, we work exclusively with travel advisors. Now you will work with specialists here at Europe Express that know the destinations, they know the product. So that is a great advantage, especially for those areas that you're not too familiar with. And maybe you feel a little intimidated in booking certain destinations because you just don't have that knowledge or haven't booked it that much in the past. And even if you have booked it plenty of time, it is nice to have that partner that can help you navigate those areas. And that's exactly what our specialists do in every single style of travel, whether it is FIT custom, private groups custom, as well as our luxury travel custom. All of these specialists are there to make you look like rock stars, like you've been selling these destinations forever and ever. So that way your clients continue to come back to you and help you build that business. Now, we also have a team of contracting managers, or as we refer to them, regional contracting product managers through all these destinations, right? They have their territory where they hand select the product to make sure that it's up to the standards of you and your clients, and make sure to meet those expectations and have that amazing experience. So hand selected product, meeting those expectations, competitive pricing and contracted pricing with our preferred hotel portfolio. Also in our Barcelona office, we have our in-destination support team that is available 24/7 for your clients. Now, this is the only time that our team will speak with your clients. And trust me, you want them to have access to this team because unfortunately, when something does go wrong or something unexpected happen, it's always in the middle of the night with the time difference, and you might miss out on that phone call from your client. So you want to make sure to let them know that they do have access to that 24/7 support team in destination. And all of those details are always in the travel documents that you're provided by Europe Express. Now, I mentioned our travel styles a little bit already, but I wanted to highlight them individually to make sure that you understand in what aspect our team can help you. Now, these are individual teams that specialize specifically on that travel style, which I think it's amazing to make sure that you're speaking with the right specialist. So we have our custom FIT team. This has been the core of who Europe Express has been for many, many years now. So they provide you with that support in tailoring and customizing that seamless itinerary all throughout Europe. Again, those multi-city, multi-country itineraries that I mentioned earlier. So that's the custom FIT. Then we have our private groups specialists. Now, these specialists, or as we also call them, coordinators, they specialize on private groups of 15 or more travelers that are looking for a particular style of travel, right? This could be pre-formed groups that maybe they've traveled, they know each other. This could be an affinity group. Maybe they don't know each other, but they have the same interest. Of course, the pre and post cruise stays are very, very popular. For those of you that already booked those European river cruise and Mediterranean cruise, we can support those pre and post. And really any sort of tailored experiences, right? That's the beauty of working with a partner like Europe Express, that we can tailor it around what your client's needs are. I love to use one of my favorite examples, a book club that is looking for that Bridgerton experience in London, and they're looking for that customization to really the interest of this group, right? Or maybe these are wine lovers that they want to go all through Italy and do wine tasting and maybe have a mix of culinary experience in there. So whatever it is that your clients are looking for, we can absolutely help with that in our private groups. Then we have our third travel style. This is our newest. which is our luxury travel style, which is managed by our team at Elevated Journeys by Europe Express. And this is for more of that premium traveler that's looking for a bit more of that elevated experience, very bespoke. They're looking to have that concierge access in addition to their 27 uh, what am I trying to say? 27, 24, 24/7, 24/7. I think that's what I'm like, I got the words mixed up. 24/7 support team, of course, is there. But in addition to this team, they also have access to the concierge team, right? So if they're looking to make dining reservations, spa reservations, maybe they want to do a photo shoot in the Eiffel Tower and have a makeup artist come, follow them around, you name it. That's what that concierge is there. And that is really the definition of luxury, right? It's having that access to that support and very custom bespoke experience, to focusing on that customization that client is looking for. And I already spoke a little bit about this, but I do get this question a lot of like, well, when should we recommend Elevated Journeys? When is it not a Europe Express core and it's more of that luxury? Well, it's that factor when you're going through the questionnaire, right? You're qualifying your clients and getting to know them. You will most likely identify some of these details, right? They're looking for that white glove service and curated experience. Are they making sure that they want to have that seamless? They value that hand holding, that planning process that they can really hands off and just truly enjoy, right? You know that they're luxury, premium, so a bit more elevated than that typical travel budget. And a lot of these are milestone type of trips, right? Like honeymoons or big anniversaries, or really just the multi-generational luxury traveler. So these are just a couple that will highlight and help you identify the difference between the two. Now, if you do have that type of request, you will reach out to that dedicated specialist, which is Elevated Journeys at europeexpress.com. All of this information is on the website as well as our supplier page in the intranet, but I do like to point it out in here in case you want to take a quick note or screenshot. And I think I got ahead of myself just because I like talking about Elevated Journeys, but like I said, it's that tailor made, high touch point from the very start. So they're actually even introduced to their concierge contact before they even depart on their travels. You have the option to offer them with this option that we can do a three-way planning call between you, your client, and our specialist, and then do an introduction as well to their concierge contact. So that way they know who they will be talking to during their travels, and any last minute reservations or little surprises. And we love connecting the concierge with the traveler, because this gives the concierge an opportunity to get to know your client a little bit more, and really identify more areas and opportunities on how they can wow them while they're in their travels, right? And then I do get this question a lot, so I do like to highlight it. The minimum per day, per person spent for Elevated Journeys, and this again is just the luxury travel style, is that $750 per person per day with a 4-night minimum on land. And I already mentioned a little bit. Again, I got excited and ahead of myself with the concierge team, again, providing that peace of mind and seeking those opportunities on how to surprise and wow your clients. And again, just really elevate their experience in general. Of course, we're able to do this, not just for Elevated Journeys, but our entire portfolio by those relationships that our product team is is building with our partners in the destinations to really select those products and be able to personally select certain experiences for them, exclusive pricing, have that direct support relationship to make sure that we're staying, in that consistent support and quick action if necessary. Now, I also love to point out travel styles that Europe Express can help with, because there is always that question of like, okay, well, who's a European traveler? Who should I quote with Europe Express? Who's the Europe Express traveler? So we've identified these because technically everyone is a Europe traveler, as long as you're able to customize around their needs. But these are some of my favorites: culinary and wine and beer lovers, art and culture, history lovers, of course, multi-family generational travelers. Romance and honeymoon, we know that will never go out of style. That will always be an amazing destination for those type of experiences. But these three are some of the more surprising for a lot of our travel advisor partners, because we always are told, well, I'm not sure if I have a Europe traveler. I don't know if I have that market. So our suggestion is always, well, tap into your own current market. Trust me, you do have European travelers within your own clientele. Because guess what? That ocean and river cruisers are also European travelers, right? So if they're going to the Caribbean on a cruise, trust me, they will enjoy and have the most amazing time on the Mediterranean experience or river cruising experience. Then, of course, you have maybe those Disney lovers that you book to Disney World and Disneyland in California all the time. Guess what? Paris has Disneyland as well. So you can go ahead and transfer that experience into Europe and really elevate that next trip for them. And then, of course, we have the beach lovers, right? The spa getaways, the ones that love going to the all-inclusives in the Caribbean. Guess what, guys? I don't know if you heard, but Europe has a ton of amazing beaches. They have a ton of amazing spot getaways that we can go ahead and help you curate for your clients' experiences. Let me tell you, some of the best beaches that I've visited have been in Spain, in Greece, in Italy. Is just amazing experiences. So don't put your clients in a little box. Don't do them a disservice and yourself, because we can go ahead and make anybody a European traveler. So now, with that being said, I want to jump into some of our amazing tools and resources and programs that we have. I'm very proud to say that last year we introduced a new rewards program. It was so long overdue because we want to be able to reward our loyal partners and say thank you for everything that you do in your business. And as we know, your commission, that's not a reward. You worked very hard for your commission, you've earned it. So we wanted to add an extra layer in there that you earn perks through all of the bookings that you do with Europe Express. So this program, there's nothing that you need to do. We automatically enroll you and we do all the tracking for you. The only thing that you have to do is book. That's it. And you will be earning specifically travel credits. We want to encourage you to invest in yourself and travel all these amazing destinations in Europe. So you will be earning 1% travel credit from your sales. Now, we understand that sometimes you can't make the time because you're attending so many different events and other things throughout the year. So you do have the opportunity a couple of times throughout the year to cash out of half of that travel credit. So that way you don't lose it all. So for those of you, let's say that you've been booking all through 2025, you accumulated travel credits that you have in your account, and it does not expire until December of 2026. So you'll have a full year to be able to use those perks or choose to cash out. Again, we're doing all the tracking for you. So when you log into your profile at europeexpress.com, once you enter your credentials, you'll see a tab at the top of the page, rewards. You'll select there, scroll down, it'll let you know if you're an ambassador, insider, or an expert, and it will give you the total that you have accumulated. If you scroll down, it will also let you know who your BDM or account manager is as well, with all of that information. So I'll put in here just really quickly again where you can see. Unfortunately, I have 0 pending travel credit at the moment, but I'm sure a lot of you have some that you have earned there. Now, as a reminder, to be able to quote or have access to any of our tools and resources, you do need to be registered with Europe Express. So if you haven't done that yet, this is the one and only homework that I'm going to give you for today is go into europeexpress.com, go ahead and click register on the top. It's going to take you just a couple of minutes to complete those details. You'll enter your information. Please do not enter your headquarters address. We want it to be your locally based address, so that way we can assign you to a local BDM as well that can support you locally. And then, of course, you met Amanda O'Connell in the beginning of this presentation. She's our dedicated strategic account manager for Archer Travel. So you guys have that extra layer of support. And then, of course, myself in there to support you as well. That registration does take about 24 hours because we do need to verify after you enter Archer Travel's IATA and all that stuff. We have to verify. But then you'll have access to our portfolio, or you can find your person. We actually encourage you to work with one of our experts. Find your person. If you really enjoy working with that specialist, guess what? You can continue to working with that same person. You'll have their direct email address and their extension. So that way you can just submit all of your requests directly to them. But there's multiple ways of working with Europe Express. If you don't have a specialist that you work with just yet, you can email newquote@europeexpress.com with all of the details. The more information you provide about your client, the better. So it's best that you submit this after you've qualified your clients. So that way we can truly provide you with a viable quote from the very start, and as qualified and really customized to their needs as possible. And then, of course, if you are looking to submit to our luxury travel style, you'll send that over to Elevated Journeys at europeexpress.com. And then I'll provide you some more information towards the end for the groups department. But if you love using the website, or you're just very independent, you know exactly what you want to book for your clients, you absolutely can build it yourself through our website. So once you're registered and you have those credentials, you'll be able to log in and use our booking platform. And of course, if you are like me and you want to pick up the phone and talk to someone, you absolutely can do that as well. Now, before we go to some questions, I did want to share, because I've been getting this question for the past couple of weeks, on regions that we see that are growing in popularity. Of course, we know the typical, right? Like Italy will never go out of style, and Greece, but we're seeing a lot more of the secondary cities regions, right? So more of those less crowded, which means the experience to your client is a little bit more elevated. So think of Montenegro, Porto, in Portugal, one of my favorite cities in Europe, Valencia in Spain, And as you guys know, Portugal and Spain is such an amazing multi-country itinerary. So that is very easy to do for those clients that are looking to do more than one destination. Glasgow go in Scotland, and then of course the Puglia region of Italy. Again, all of Italy is very, very popular and will always be number one, but we're seeing these regions growing significantly. And then some of these comparisons, right? So like Sicily instead of Tuscany, which Tuscany is one of my favorites. So no shade there, but we're just seeing a lot more of these shifts in the next few months. Portugal instead of Spain, or both, like I said earlier, the Northern Ireland over the South or West. And then, of course, the hidden gems, which are between the Greek islands, right? Outside of the traditional known islands, which is Naxos, Paros, which is one of the most beautiful Greek islands I personally have ever been to, as well as Rhodes. So tons of growing areas that are considered a bit more off the beaten path and less crowded, which we know some are really seeking for more of that experience. So that's what I have for today, guys. Quick reminder on how to get in contact with our team, whether it's our FIT specialist over the phone or emailing new quote at europeexpress.com. If you have existing quotes and you have questions, you can reach out to RES at europeexpress.com. Then we have the luxury specialist, elevated journeys at europeexpress.com. And our group specialist, you can submit new groups at europeexpress.com. Again, all of this is in the website, so don't worry if you don't get the screenshot or make the notes. All of that is in there, and we'll be happy to do a follow-up with you all and send this information to you as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we do have some questions from the travel agents. And the first question is, I tried an FIT multi-destination and realized there was no rail in between cities. Is that right? Or do I have to call in and add the rail?
Yeah, so if you, my question, I guess, would be, did you tell the specialist that you wanted rail added to that itinerary? So yeah, all the requests on what your client's needs are need to be provided to the specialist. So if you don't ask for it, they sometimes they will go ahead and say, hey, if you haven't thought about the form of transportation, I would suggest you do this and that. But yeah, absolutely, we can go back and add it. So reach out back to the specialist and we can provide you with the availability and the quote of those costs.
Okay, so they tried to book it online, but it wasn't showing it, so they should go back to the specialist and they can call or just reach out to one of your team members.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Go ahead and reach out to them unless it is a specific um area that rail is not available, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we can help with that.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Because they tried to book it online and it just wasn't showing. Perfect. Okay, next question is, I booked an extensive FIT itinerary in the UK for this summer before I became a travel advisor. Would it be possible to share that itinerary with you and see what the total cost would have been if I had access to the Europe Express TA portal?
So was that a past date, or it's you've already booked it but it's for the future?
Let's wait for their response to see if it was a past date or this summer. She said she would like to use it as an example for her future clients, the itinerary.
So we can do future dates. So yeah, if you send us that itinerary, we can build a quote, but we do need specific dates because rates do vary depending on the dates and the time of the year as well.
So this is booked for the future. Also, is she able to transfer this booking over to her as a travel advisor, even though she already booked it?
Um, if she booked it elsewhere, I mean, we can try to recreate it, but it will be under completely different like contracts and availability, right? So it wouldn't just be able to be transferred as is, right? Because she booked it through probably another third party or direct or something like that, right?
I'm just waiting for her to respond. But it just takes a few seconds because there's a
Yeah,
little
no, it's
lag.
fine.
So, yeah, so Ashley, when you have a second, could you please answer that? And then just to answer the before question, so if she sent you the itinerary, you guys could make that and have it for potential clients in the future, though.
Yeah, we can build a quote so that way she has an example to share with her clients. Now just keep in mind that availability and rates change unless it's a confirmed booking, right, with deposit. So it's just a quote that is provided until that's confirmed and that rate is finalized.
Okay, perfect. She said she's not worried about transferring it over because it was extensive and she booked it directly, but she would like to see the comparison and also promote that to the future clients.
Absolutely. Just keep in mind, like you booked it through a different process. So it might not be the exact same inventory rates and availability, but absolutely go ahead and send that over and we can build it a quote.
Perfect. Next question is, do I reach out to you for marketing materials if I want to send a specific quote or deal and post on my social medias?
So we have a lot of marketing tools in the platform, so you can go in there first and review what we might already have built. If you're looking for something in particular, you can go ahead and reach out to either your local BDM or Amanda O'Connell that you met earlier, and let her know that what in particular you're looking for, and we can reach out to our marketing team and see what they can provide.
Perfect.
I will recommend though, if you guys are not following at least one of our BDMs, I would suggest following all of our BDMs in Facebook. They constantly provide a lot of marketing ideas in their pages where you can copy and paste or edit to fit more into your business style. But I get so many great comments and feedback from those. And if you want to know who all of the BDMs are in the website, just go into the About Us tab or go to europeexpress.com/sales-team, and you'll see all the names in there. But Amanda's really great at that. Chad Long is also really great with all the social media and marketing things that he posts. Matt Maces is another one that he's really, really great. And if you're not following our Europe Express Facebook, do so as well. We also just launched a private group that is actually managed by our marketing team, where they are also uploading in there a ton of marketing information that you can use for your own. You'll have to join and answer a couple of questions, but once you're in, you'll have direct access also to our marketing team. So make sure you look that up in Facebook.
Perfect. And then the agents are asking, what group is that called? Is it just called Europe Express or?
For in Facebook,
Yes.
it's Europe Express, but you know what? I'm looking it up as we speak. Okay, so it's called Europe Express Advisor Community.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you'll see it's a private community. We just launched it, I want to say maybe 10 days ago. So that was a big project in the works, but there's already about 900 agents in there. So, and the feedback has been great. So make sure to join that.
Perfect. Okay, I just found the group, so I just tagged it in chat for everyone, so
Yay,
easily
perfect.
they can go and find that. Perfect. And then
Thank you.
yeah, I also linked your europeexpress.com/sales team, so everyone can go ahead and find their local BDM or go ahead and find their Facebook pages via their names on there. So we should be all good on that. And then also just want to remind everyone, if you haven't registered already, you can register. Just go to the Travel Cafe website, click on suppliers, and then click on Europe Express, and then you can find the information for registration there. So you're linked to Archer Travel. I think
Yes.
that's the last question that we have for now. Is there anything else that you want to add, Carmen, before we close out today?
I would say if you are already registered, and you think you don't have homework, I'm going to give you some homework. Take take maybe 5-10 minutes, log in and play around with the different tools and resources that we have there, because we have really been working on adding more tools in there to make you feel confident when you're having those conversations with your clients. And if you want to schedule a one-on-one conversation with your BDM or Amanda, our strategic account manager, please make sure to reach out to us. We want to help you in feeling more confident when you're having those conversations with your clients. So let us know how we can help you.
Perfect. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Carmen. And thank you, travel advisors, for joining us today. The agents were like, yay, no homework. And they're like, darn, homework.
It's for your own good, I promise.
It really is. It really is. I mean, it's just like in school when the teachers would give you plentyfuls of homework. You just have a little
Oh
bit of
yeah.
homework to do. So this is not
This
too
is
bad.
this is good. This is fun homework, guys. It's Europe.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Carmen, again. Thank you, travel advisors, for joining us today. Happy Friday, and we are excited to have you guys join us next week. We have a jam-packed week full, so don't forget to join us. And also, this is recorded. If you want to review this at any time, you can go to the training sub of the Travel Cafe website and go ahead and click on Europe Express. So that's it. Thank you so much, Carmen.
Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.